During the post-war reconstruction period, many of Japan's public works were substandard with slipshod work. At the time, cement was very expensive, which led some contractors to reduce the amount they used in concrete. This practice resulted in structures that were not nearly as strong as they needed to be. Another way of using less cement was to build structures that did not meet the specified dimensions. Auditors performed strict audits to make sure that work complied with design specifications, for example by using small hammers or picks to check strength, and using breakers to destroy structures in order to check inside them. The tough audits terrified builders, and they also made the government agencies in charge of the work more careful to supervise their contractors while the work was in progress, and to carry out their own strict completion inspections. These audits raise the awareness of builders, improve the quality of public works, and further enhance the expertise on the part of the Public Works auditors. Now, let's look at the flow of a Public Works audit performed by Japan's Board of Audit. The first step is to create an audit plan. The Board of Audit sends the auditee an audit notice asking that the site be prepared so as to allow the audit to proceed efficiently. The auditors then carry out the field audit. The field audit involves checking the relevant ledgers at the site and also listening to the opinions and explanations given by the manager and other parties. The auditors also investigate the management and utilization of the structure and check the quality of the work on site. Once the audit is finished, the auditors present the auditee management with the audit results and their evaluation. The auditors then return to their office, report the audit results to their superiors, and write up the audit report. In addition, the auditors continue to monitor any major problems found during the audit, requesting additional documentation and explanations from the auditee. The auditors also sent a questionnaire to the auditee project manager regarding the problems that will be included in the audit report. After they have received a written reply, the auditors write the final audit report. Some problems can be identified in the course of the document audit that is performed at the office. However, as you can imagine, auditors find a far greater number of problems when they visit the site to talk directly with the project manager and check the work for themselves. Now, let's look at the basic flow of a public works project. First, a basic plan is created. The site is surveyed based on the plan, and the design drawings are prepared. The construction costs are calculated based on the design drawings. An order is placed for the work, and the contractor is decided by a tender process. The contractor that is awarded the contract for the work then inspects the site, completes the necessary paperwork, and procures the necessary materials. Once all preparations are complete, the work begins. Once the work is finished, the client conducts a comprehensive inspection, and if there are no problems, the site is handed over to the client. Most field audits are carried out on site after the work is complete, but auditors may also visit the site to inspect it while the work is in progress. Now, let's look at what you would need to bring with you to perform a site audit. First, you would need the design drawings, specifications, the bill of quantities, structural calculation sheets, and photographs of the work. All of these are necessary to confirm that the work has been carried out as designed. These materials are prepared for the auditor by the auditee. You should also bring a camera to record any flaws or problems you found during the audit. It is also useful to bring tools such as a tape measure to check that the work complies with the design, a pick and a Schmidt hammer to measure the strength of concrete, calipers to measure the diameter of reinforcing rods, a leveling string and level to check for distortion in road surfaces, and a crack scale to measure the size of cracks. In Japan, the people involved in a field audit are the auditor from the Board of Audit and the project manager at the government office which ordered the work. However, if this person is unable to fully explain certain aspects of the work, the contractor in charge of the work or a consultant involved in the design and management of the project may also be present. Before entering the site, the participants in the audit meet somewhere nearby, where the project manager from the government office being audited explains the project design, cost estimates, and the work itself. It is very important to reconfirm and understand the project overview before starting the audit on site. Now, let's look at examples of the 4 key points for on-site field audits of concrete works. The first point is look. It's important to look closely at the site and the structure. Check that the structure provides all of the functions set forth in the design. Look at the structure up close, but also from a distance to make sure there is no leaning or other problem. Check that there are no rock pockets on the surface of the concrete and inspect it carefully for any color abnormalities. The second point is measure. Check for cracks in the concrete surface. If you find any, measure them to see if they are within the tolerance. Also, check the finish quality against the drawings and make sure that all the dimensions are correct. The third point is listen. Listen to these sounds. What you hear is the sound of someone tapping 2 concrete samples. Can you tell which one is faulty? Sound A is the sound of weak concrete. Carry out sound checks in this way. The fourth point is look through. Some structures are weakened by insufficient reinforcing steel. Although you cannot literally see through the structure, it is important to confirm the location and diameter of the main reinforcements in the reinforced concrete. If you were not able to check this while the work was in progress, check the structural calculations, drawings, and photographs of the work in progress. Now that you understand the 4 main points, let's look at how audits are conducted in Japan today. Along the way, we will look at examples of good and bad work.